well. I think they went 2 for 2 last map, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. No, actually, it was Big got the first pistol and then Gil got the second. They started off hot.
Oh, yeah, they did, because the conversion round.
Yeah, they got 2 in a row and then they made it 11 and then it just all fell. It did. Yeah. We won't talk about the rest of that half because it all went in favor of Big, but overtime did not in the end. So D7 spots a lot. Sees the Grizzly Bears pounding down long. Searching for D7.
They are going to burst out onto site here. There's not much resistance at all. See the reinforcements already coming on through, but the smokes, the utility that they invested in, so good. Pullux on the flank here might catch Jenny unaware.
Timing is crucial here. Pullux doesn't strike just yet, still lurking around in lowers. About to emerge as Arna sets up the flash for the team to barrel on in, but the flashes more of them in the process, so the first player goes down. Everybody just falls. Big can't get anything. It's just kyossa left, and Divider and Nia with some style, with some flair. A one tap to the dome. Guild find another pistol.
Absolutely incredible scenes there. It was so clean on the retake. And that's exactly what they need, especially starting on CT side. You lose that CT pistol, can be a little bit uncomfortable. They deny a bomb plant as well, which is huge news for them. And look at that, that final kill at the end there. Just one bullet, one head, all it takes. It's beautiful. Now, actually, going into this round, they have managed to buy up. Was there a bomb plant? There was a bomb plant, sorry. What am I waffling about?
What are you waffling about? What are you waffling
about? But there will be a nice buy coming out here. It does mean it can be a little bit competitive. Maybe we see Guild have to them what they did to Big in map number 1. A conversion round stolen away from under their noses and will ruin their economy potentially. But it is certainly going to be an interesting round, that is for sure. Anna keeping tight hold of this connector, playing down in the lower echelons of it.
Let's use the first strike. Yeah, everybody's just playing around, just sussing each other out. As Big EQUIPA and Co. head through Subway. I think it's called Subway now. Used to be toilets, but there's a Subway. And Anna is the first to strike. I thought it would be Big EQUIPA, but Anna finds her mark, finds kyossa. Final player in the last round, the first player to go down here.
Look at that, D7 is only there as an insurance policy as well. Is able to get the kill onto Paulie, flashed off, but the two of them keeping this site under their control. Giuliano not quite caught by that nade, not quite landing where it needed to, but Pullux gonna finish off with the A1S. That's a second clean round. And Big, force buy not paying off for them. Their money not looking particularly snazzy right now.
It's actually a bit of a nutty crossfire because normally you would sense that D7 would get first contact from long. But with Pullux getting all these kills over towards long, all the attention was toward that DAS. Just all eyes on DAS. Pullux is there, must go kill. D7 just gets a nice easy kill just to save Pullux and just, there we go. The round is history. Guild take it 2-0. Big EQUIPA left with just Glocks. Possibly some more dinks. It's time for Honor to eat.
Exactly.
MP9 looks hungry.
And this is the feeding ground. Close quarters, maybe not quite there, but Connector is certainly a place where the MP9 can indeed thrive. We've seen a couple of Zeus kills up in Connector as well recently, which maybe not today. Neither of these teams really give off the sort of Zeus tomfoolery vibes. Anna having a little look, doing their due diligence. It's over-aggression, not going to go punish just yet. D7 going to spot so many, gets the first two, isn't able to switch to the sidearm or reload there, but Pullux ready and waiting to pick up the slack. Does manage to pull out the USPS. So many bullets being hailed towards them, and they're not done yet. Anna and KitKat each with one apiece. And that is a clean third round, albeit against an eco, but keeping it under control, building their lead. We talked about them. This is a team that has really explosive starts to the game. But Bigger Keeper, you talked about it. They're a T-sided team. They're a team that enjoys T-side a little bit more. They have a little bit better of a round win percentage on it. But Guild, they just like storming the first opening half, you know?
Yeah. kyossa is the only one on the team of Big Keeper to actually find a kill. So trying to find an opening is so crucial for Big Keeper now. But this time around, Ana is nowhere in lowers. So it just allows them to just push on through very, very fast. They read this very well. So they've taken up some space. They're now that part of the map. And that smoke comes in immediately to block any vision from D7. So needs to hunker down and ticket booth.
Exactly.
That's where you'll be a little bit later. By the tickets. By the subway.
It will. I'm hopping on a train later. I've been told that I've got to try make sure that I don't jinx this, and then the trains can be jinxed instead. Because I have a bit of a jinx. And talking of jinxes, what crazy shenanigans are going on here?
I was kind of lost for words.
Greedy for the weapon. Goes to try pick up the AK, and unfortunately, it's all but a bait. You know those traps where they put something that you want under the box, and then the box closes on top of you? A bit like a mouse trap.
Well, the mouse strikes. Pollux, the mouse strikes for 2. Juliana lost alive. And a 1v3 on the bomb, sitting on it like a goose egg. But Ana strikes, and the egg will get diffused.
Goose egg? Goose breeder? This is Europe, though.
What would be who is the European goose breeder? Who do you think?
Ooh, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't think there's anyone quite like Goose Breeder. I've seen her at LAN.
True.
And she's so locked in. The moment she steps into that venue, she's doing stretches, she's doing squats between maps, she's doing the exit. She's really careful on health as well. She's really good about watching her health, which, I'm trying to remember who we were talking to. It was Mads, myself, Goose Breeder, and one of the other FlyQuest Red. And we were talking about diets and stuff whilst we're at LAN. And Goose Breeder was not happy with us because I'll be honest, I put junk in my body. I'm not very cautious. Goose Breeder, no one like her.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. You know what happens when you eat junk food? Ana strikes for 2 opening kills. Both players in long 4 in quick succession. So the last 3 players heading towards party. But it is no party right now as they are trailing by 4 rounds still. And this round is looking completely lost.
Indeed, indeed. There's not really anywhere they can go that Guild doesn't already have on lockdown. Smoke gonna come out. They are gonna try hit this B site. A lot of people ready and waiting to defend though. Drop downs would have been heard there, I think.
Now you see the players, they're moving around a bit. They did hear them, so they're going to push into that smoke, wait for that smoke to fake. kyossa is going to get a fright of her life. Potentially, Zana loses the fight against D7, and there we go, KitKat watches as the smoke fades, but Jenny off from behind, catches Nia, and nearly catches another, but KitKat holds on strong, gets the 2 for fading to the smoke and getting that final one for the backstab. It's still 5-0, Guild, once again, starting off with a win streak.
Indeed. Some of these players, however, I think on an individual level need to be stepping up a bit because a couple of players struggling to get themselves in the kill feed, struggling to get themselves on the board here. See, Bigger Keeper, 2 players on 0, 2 players on 1 kill. And whilst there is an element of team play that you have to get those kills, we do need to see individuals stepping up and winning these fights as well. Guild, so mechanically on it today.
They've definitely evolved. The Guild roster that I saw, like, they were very good against Astralis with that 13-0. They got a bit dicey on Anubis. They were looking very, very good. I wasn't too confident going into this one because Bigger Keeper, they did tremendously well against Team Pigeons, who are, everybody's like, oh, Nigma. They've got that image. And we saw in the pre-show that Zaz ace to end off that series against Enterthina. Enterthina, in my opinion, were contenders for reaching the top spot of this group. But now they fall 1-2 now. So The top
They battled against Guild as well. And that was a crazy match.
Yeah.
Ooh. We talked about mechanicals, and unfortunately, whilst one player can't get it done, Nia will back up. And look at that. They try crunch down on this site, but all of the rifles are lighting up. And that is a 6th round in a row. Big really struggling. And Guild, it is a CT-sided map, so we do need to see them get maybe a couple more rounds for us to be comfortable. But also, 6 up immediately? Ooh. That one hurts a bit.
Come on, Juliano. All that experience. Let's see what you got cooking up. The old faithful Overpass. It's barely changed. It's just the smokes that are a bit different.
Just a little bit.
Some things are a bit visually changed, but there's still party. There's still fountain. There's still a playground. Zana is playing with fire in that playground right now.
You should be able to go down the slide. I'm telling you, you should be able to go down the slide. Talking of slide, sliding right on into this site. Big are taken down, however. And that is another attempt at site shut down. It's been so good from Guild. And D7, these late pushes from Connector have ruined more than one round here for Big.
Cat alone on site. The rest of the players are blocked off by smokes, and they're still coming in for the rotation. She falls. So it's Anna comes in with a late molly. That could get onto the diffuse.
The nades
Zana,
so
4
low.
HP. 4 HP. Anna comes in strong. Oh, takes her down. It's just Juliana left, but not for much longer. It's D7 with a wild spray, connects with the head. Juliana falls, and it's 7 for Guild. The win streak continues. Big yet to answer.
What was that Tech 9 kill? It was zooming round the corner, rails a bullet directly into her head. And, just incredibly well played there. And even when the player advantage wasn't necessarily against them, they are still keeping it cool. 2v2s, they win those. 2v1s, they seem to be winning those as well. 1v1s, you can count on it. But 7 up, that means they've already won at the half, which is a very strong position to be in mentally as well, because you've still got 5 whole rounds to go. 5 rounds to continue this lead further. Now, it is a full buy that they're up against, the T economy allowing a little bit nicer buys and more frequently as well.
Well, I was waiting for Zana to maybe fire back, seeing where those bullet traces were coming from. She was primed and ready to shoot through wood. I think decided against it. Don't want to give away the element of surprise just yet. And D7, these late aggressive pushes just deny parts of the map for Big EQUIPA to try and test later on in the round. So there could be a potential duel against Paulie here. Yes, there is, but Paulie wins out the duel. So that gives away a bit of info. She does take a lot of damage in the process. But Guild are still heading over towards B, and that's where Guild is stacked.
They are indeed. Giuliano, lovely entry kill there. We talked about the entry, Kyossa. It's actually Giuliano that's been doing so much. Kyossa, however, here's us talking about her and steps up in a big way. Anna, the smoke parts. I think she spotted one, but not able to get the shot off here. Repositions, taken down by Kyossa, and that is the first round on the board for Big, keeping 4 alive in the proceeds.
But look at the money. Look at the money for Guild. They've racked up so much cash. They start every round by the bank. I'm sure they're depositing and investing some money in the bank. So just later on the round, they can just collect some just in case. So they're still able to bring that AWP into play. And 6-1 for Anna. 31-15 in the previous. 6-1 start on Overpass. Looking like a good start for the AWPA.
Nice little flashbang there. The smoke's gonna be stopping them finding too much control on this map. Yeah. Stuck between a smoke and a smoke. Kyossa's already pushed up so far. Whether they're expecting her, I don't think they were, but Nia still so good. Immediately traded out, however. Giuliano throwing that utility has been one of the front runners on this team, dragging the team through the rounds and hoping to find something. Only one so far. Kit Kat hiding out in the smoke. Jenny Art coming to help as well. Molotov. Doesn't matter. Kit Kat.
Just shoot.
Look at the timing. Just looks weird the wrong second. Turn around. Gets a second as well. Kit Kat is on fire. Taken down by Giuliano. And it's just Anna. They know where she is now. Giuliano knows where Anna is. They still have to get that bomb down, however. They still need to retrieve it even.
Right in the line of sight of Anna, but Giuliano finds the bomb. There's still a bit of time. 35 seconds. But is it enough to get to A? Oh, playing the mind games goes a bit quiet. Makes some noise over towards short tunnel, hoping that Anna will move, but Anna doesn't budge. Does for the flick, does connect. Both connect, but nobody falls. The mind games still go strong, but the molly doesn't land, but the bullets land. Giuliano finds a second for bigger keeper.
So close there. The wrong weapon, the low health as well. That Molotov could so easily have been the death as well. But the shot plucked out of midair. Beautifully done from Big, and they're starting to come back into their own. Maybe a closer round than they would have liked, but who knows? I like that we're seeing some more rounds. They need to continue this up though. They managed to break the economy of Guild here, and Guild, that we talked about timeouts before, something that we really didn't see Bigger Keeper utilizing when we thought maybe they could use one. They have lost these 2 rounds, their economy broken, and they've immediately called a timeout to discuss what happens. I really like this from them.
Yeah, they've been on a hot streak, but as soon as you start losing rounds and you've been having so much success, it comes to the question, what did you do differently? And it's fresh. So what did you do in that round that just wasn't right? But like, Kit Kat did everything right. Was in that smoke. Jenny R, if like in our perception, we have X-ray, we can literally see Kit Kat in the smoke. Jenny R was just crosshairs on Kit Kat the whole time. And that flash just comes in at the perfect time for Kit Kat just to walk on past, get a double. And it's just Giuliano left, and the experience favors the bold.
It does.
Ooh,
caught on the door. Door stuck.
Door stuck, but then the chickens on Overpass.
Stuck as well. Oh, gets the first as well, spamming with the pistol. Gets the second. Picks up the AK as well. And look at that, the team coming on through to help out. Jenny R holding on. The desperate pistol spam is incredible.
The Glock spray comes in clutch. For once, the Glock does some work. Just get these 2 kills, get a wild spray, and then door stuck. And that, with that little flare of the burst fire. Always a bit of disrespect.
Now, Guild, they've desperately got to try to keep hold of this half and this map. T7, very aggressive, has to be careful because if that smoke fades, they are in a lot of trouble. Manages to just creep around the outside, gets the first kill. Ooh, not quite able to switch out for the AWP there. If they just kept hold of the rifle, maybe a different story, but that is not how this script goes. 4v4, and so much information, however.
Xana yet to meet the scoreboard with an AWP kill, and an AWP kill and a kill regardless. So for Xana to go down, you need your AWP player to be in full zone. And right now, she hasn't had the AWP in her hand for as long as she wants to try to get used to it a bit. It's the big green, it just doesn't come out swinging. It ramps up, and it gets cooking. As this execute comes in cooking, and Anna from the backline, but with an AWP, misses the shot, misses the time, he gets a bit trigger happy. But Pullux is here to save the day, and everybody falls.
They break the momentum, they break the round streak that Big had building, and that's something that they really struggled with over on map number 1, of course, Mirage, is once Big got going, they couldn't find a way to get them to stop, and it was exactly the same situation. Big on the back foot on T-side, Guild, upper hand, CT side, and they just couldn't find this momentum. It just kept slipping between their fingers time and time again, and it is so good to see that they are not letting history repeat itself again.
history repeats itself again. It's 83, possibly 93. And that's what was the scoreline in the first half. I mean, the first half of the last game of Mirage. So we gotta wait and see how this turns out.
The nade stack. Kit Kat getting caught more by that from what we could see on the face cam than any of Big EQUIPA. But player disadvantage. A little bit of damage done onto Nia. Kit Kat gonna have to be careful because kyossa coming around this corner. It's all gonna be a matter of time. And Jenny R as well. Here's that there's one. Ooh, might have noticed that there's a second. Tries to get the nade off. Caught, however, with utility out and pants down. Anna trying to find something. Gets two back to back. Trying to make this competitive. Turns to the CZ, but can't quite keep it going. But that is a 4-8 half. We will see how this continues in half number 2.
Plenty more hours to go. Ain't got time to mess around. Don't stand me up, don't turn me down. You know, there's plenty more I need to know. I can feel it in my veins, it's going down. Wanna get this feeling going all year round. Don't slow me down. Feel the power, woman. Ears to the ground. Hear the sound of woman. Cold face like an Eskimo. Freezing hot, not letting go. You know, we're breaking all the ice as we go. Ain't got time to mess around. Don't stand me up, don't turn me down. You know, plenty more of me left, you know. I can feel it in my veins, it's going down. Don't slow me down. Feel the power, woman. Ears to the ground. Hear the sound of woman. Don't slow me down. Feel the power, woman. Ears to the ground. Hear the sound of woman. I'll get it down tonight. If you wanna feel alright, you know, there's plenty more of me to know. I'll get it down tonight. If you wanna feel alright, you know, there's plenty more of me to know. Don't slow me down. Feel the power, woman. Ears to the ground. Hear the sound of woman. Tomorrow we will rise.
Another dominant first half coming out here from Guild, but will they be able to keep this fire behind their eyes lit as we go into the second half of what could potentially be our second and final map of this series?
Yeah, the odds are favoring Guild, and I'm favoring Guild at this point. It's been tremendous showings from Guild, but they do get those early round, like those early half resurgences. They get so many rounds on the board. It's just closing out the game is a bit of a struggle for them. And right now, Jenny R. Let's go. Jenny R with the double. Well blind. Finds ahead and D7 trying to even the odds.
They're doing a good job. Ooh. Lovely dinks coming on out. And D7, as you said, even in the odds and does indeed even the scoreboard here. Spam for a little bit more. So much damage done. Not quite able to finish out onto Xana there. But again, so much done. Low HP on two of these players, and against the pistols, kind of farms.
They need to isolate this low HP player. So get up close with the Glock or the P250. Easy pickings for Xana. And they're going into the site with the two lower HP players. So Jenny R is here as well. But all the way locked down in bank. We got Xana. Xana on dice. Literally rolling the dice and pulls out snake eyes. It's not favorable. The bomb gets planted down. A 2-on-2. Jenny R stuck in a smoke trying to lurk around as Kyossa peeks on up behind dumpster. Like Oscar the Grouch. Get out of my house.
And Nia with the D20 there. Just to close out the round, you may proceed, travelers. And that is a 9th round and a 3rd of 4 pistol rounds for them as well. Their quest to get themselves to, of course, DreamHack Dallas.
Okay, Jenny, okay.
Through that the
first
smoke,
kill,
yeah.
That first kill, not allowed. Not allowed. Not allowed.
Nope, not allowed.
Not allowed. It's going to be full pistols, and they're going to go aggressive over towards mid. We got 2 players here primed and ready. The nade comes in, but it just does 4 damage to Giuliano, the head of the pack. The head of the snake that's forming.
It's conga line. Come on, shake your body, baby, do the conga.
Come on, shake your body to do that conga. Yeah. Come on,
oh, and look at that.
Kit Kat destroys from the back lines. D7 getting the final 2. And it's 10. Double digits for Guild.
A match pause, which may lead us to believe that maybe there is a technical issue. Maybe they congaed too hard.
Too much conga.
Too much conga. You know, too much conga. Doctors tell you that there is a safe limit of conga, and if you exceed the safe limit, it can have detrimental effects on your vibes. You know.
Oh, can't have that.
Have you ever congaed too hard?
But I must conga. No, you can't conga hard enough.
Born to stack site. Born to gamble stack site. Forced to conga line through mid.
D7, I like that flavor. Nice choice.
Ooh, which flavor?
I've actually got that flavor right behind me as well. I'm going to take a sip as well in honor of D7.
Which is it?
The Monster Energy Mucho Loco.
Mucho Loco?
Because you're going loco. It's mango.
Oh, see, I'm an ultra black person. I'm a cherry flavored for the win. And then maybe the mango sugar free if that's not available, you know?
Oh.
But yeah, it's just good enough. I mean, I've worked in esports long enough that I've worked my way through the Monster Energy selection. It was advice actually that Mr. Grimmy Rannar himself, Freddie, gave me when I started working as a caster. He said that like caffeine will be your best friend, and I was like,
oh yes,
okay, thank you. He was like, everyone in esports has relied on caffeine at some point for some event, and if they haven't, then I envy them. And I was like,
we got a bit of a Star Wars fan.
R2D2, and there's a little stormtrooper there in.
We got a Mandalorian as well. We got a stormtrooper helmet.
Oh, there's a Grogu pop figure in the background.
Grogu. Yeah, we like the little Grogu. We got a little Charizard as well, and I see we got a little doggo on top of the PC. And I know, if I remember correctly, Xana has some very cute doggos. Very cute doggos. We've
seen some really cute dogs. Dog cam is very much something that we here at ESL Impact love. We see a doggo, we go mad because they're cute animals, you know?
Yeah, before the show went live, I was just watching the feed. So we have a little feed that we get to see what we're actually viewing right now. And before the games even started, before the live stream even started, guess what video was playing? It was Ashy and her dog.
Ash
playing,
and the
doing
dog.
the APM, the arms per minute thing. And I was like, oh, yes, we like it. We also got
Little deer in the
Milo's
background.
dog, Hilma, as well. Got
Aw.
appearance there as well. And then we've got Bailey. We've all heard of Bailey. Everybody knows Goose Breeder's
Okay.
little pupper, Bailey, but we still haven't seen Bailey. And I'm very sad.
I'm gonna ask something of the Liquipedia admins of the world out there. I think we should be able to add the dogs as mascots onto the Liquipedia pages. That's all
Yes.
I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is
110%.
we need to rep the true heroes behind ESL Impact. The cute poppers that provide emotional support during tech breaks. And before games, and after games, and between games. The true unsung heroes that they've got not a clue what Counter-Strike is, but they're just here for a good time, you know?
Well, we
What
talked a
you
lot
at
about
home?
the
What about
doggos.
Twitch chat?
Yeah, what
Does
about
anyone
Twitch
at
chat?
home-
What do you got?
Yeah, you tell us about your puppers. Tell us. All cats. I'm a big cat fan. Maybe some of you have if you have ferrets, you're my new best friend. Ferrets are adorable. I was a pet chameleon sort of person. I had a pet chameleon for a while, which is kind of crazy.
Ooh, how did you find it? Just
Well,
disappear. It'll just
No,
disappear.
I got a pet one from a pet store, but I lived in the Mediterranean for a while. I lived in Cyprus, and we found one outside, and we took it in because we found it just in the middle of the road. And unfortunately, it was not long for this world. But when I moved back to England, I bought a chameleon, and he was very cute. He sat on my head while I did homework. What about you, Nu? Are you actually? I also have a dog at home, which I probably. I love my dog.
Yes.
The chameleon's slightly more interesting. But what about you? Do you have any pets?
I do have a pet at my parents' house. I got a Rhodesian Ridgeback called Toby. He still
Aw.
thinks he's a puppy, but he is absolutely massive and very, very strong. And whenever he sees me, he wants to always jump on me, and his paws are absolutely massive. I've got very big hands, and his paws just barely fit in my hands.
Newt nil, puppy one.
Yeah, Newt Nil Puppy one. And he tears me up. And then where I stay with a bunch of housemates, we got two dogs. We got Bruno and Max. I don't know
Bruno
what breed they are,
and
but they're the little doggies. And Bruno is just the absolute cutest. He's got a little black doggy. He's just so adorable. He's always got such a playful attitude. You throw a ball for him, he goes absolutely wild. And like we were talking about cats, Pullux. If you don't know everybody, Pullux has got some two cute cats. Absolutely adorable. She posts them everywhere. But they
I
like
love
splitting image of her as well. It's just like
I
ooh,
need Twitter accounts for all of these pets. Because we see
Yeah, we just need-
all of these pro
yeah.
players have their accounts and they post about the games they're playing. I need pet accounts. Because I follow one on Twitter, which is just a red panda every hour. And it's just a bot that posts a picture of a red panda every hour. And I love it. I will load up Twitter once an hour to see the red panda. What a world we live in. What a world we live in where we have automated Twitter bots that post red pandas.
it's automated serotonin. It's like inject yourself with some serotonin by the hour. You just need your hourly serotonin to get you through
For
the day.
legal reasons and health and safety reasons, please do not inject yourself with serotonin. I've heard
Yeah,
that
this
is
is
a very
not medical
dangerous thing
advice.
to do. Yeah, we are not doctors. We are doctors of Counter-Strike, not of medicine. And even then, I feel like I think I might have dropped out of my doctorate in Counter-Strike preemptively. I've not quite reached your level of strat tracking. Stat tracking? Strats and stats. You're the stat man, strat man, swag man.
I'm the old man. Swag man. Oh yeah. I'm the way.
I mean, the bow tie, swaggiest of them all.
Oh yes.
I wish I could pull off a bow tie. I don't know. How do you tie a bow tie? You'll have to teach us sometime. I feel like that's a content piece.
You think I know how to
Newt
tie a
teaches
tie? I'm just
Or is
about
it
to
just
break
a
the illusion for
pre-done one?
everybody. These are just like snap-on ties. I mean, bow ties. There is no way I can.
Maybe
I'm sorry,
that's the content
everybody.
piece then. Newt learns to tie a tie.
Well, I know how to tie a tie, but a bow tie,
tie.
on the other hand, is a bit of a weird one. I still
bit of a
remember
unique
because I never learned how to tie a tie, and I go into high school and we wear school uniforms, so I had my tie, and I think I had one of the teachers do it for me, a good mate of mine in the end, and then my other history teacher. So our history teacher just stated a quote or like a statement, a part of like a history fact, and I said, sorry, sir, it's actually this year or whatever. And he said another word for smarty pants, and then he yanked my tie, and it destroyed it. And I was petrified. I'm in grade 8. I've never known how to tie a tire, and you get in trouble if your tire is not tied. So yeah, that was a bit of a. I had to learn how to tie a tire.
We've said this before. We've said that. I'll say it again, and I've got the tweet still in my Twitter drafts. Is nobody protect? I will protect Newt with my life. I mean, this whole shebang doesn't run smoothly without Newt. Like, who do you think does all of the cool stats? Is this guy right here? You know, Newt's awesome. And
no Newt, no
also,
stats. That's how it is.
Yeah, no Newt, no stats, and a world without stats. I mean, I'm really bad at maths, so if they came to me and be like, Affinity, you're up, you're stats person now, I would cry. I would just, on camera, tears bawling down my face. Me and the maths don't get along. Me and spelling don't get along. I'm just a very confused person at all hours of the day, you know?
But that'll give some variety, give some spunk. Give some spunk in your life. And we're going to get back into the action. Here we go. So everything's all fixed on up. Raring to go. As Big EQUIPA search for a 6-round deficit. They got to pick up the missing pieces, see if they can try and turn the tides on this map. Because right now, Guild are literally running away with it. Goldilocks. Eating all the porridge. Ooh, the early utility damage.
There. Spam through the smoke, not going to yield any results for Anna just yet. See, they're making a lot of progress up towards long as well. Anna holding fire a little bit. You're waiting for that connector play. Of course, D7 was that connector player on the other half. Had been incredible at it as well. But now, have to see the same coming out from Big and Xana. Very tight angle here. Going to be a slightly difficult one to clear. 7 slowly peeking the head round. Ooh, not quite going to spot them in time. Will be the first body to hit the ground.
Gianna gets that info and immediately rotates back to side. Wants to be in the safe zone because she's taken some hefty damage, and with this Mac 10 and these galils up close, that could spell for devastation for Juliana because already most of the health and HP are gone.
Exactly. That gun barrel is very pointy and very sticky out.
Oh, she comes out on top and she finds a double.
That's huge. And Anna so low on the health as well. Juliana almost getting another, and now it's just KitKat in the 1v4. They don't know where she is, and she's managed to slip through the cracks a little bit. But Xana ready and awaiting them. That is a 5th round 2. Big EQUIPA still have to double the number of rounds they've got so far to even go even and keep this game going.
Well, whatever happened in that tech pause, I think Guild want to revert it back, please. Turn it back. Put it back. Put it back. Whatever was broken, make it broken again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. What did we fix? What did we fix?
Whatever they did fix. I think Guild want to break it again. Maybe break the economy a big EQUIPA because they get to buy into some rifles this time around. Again, and it's just going to be pistols for Guild.
Lovely opening pick there, albeit it's just the Tech 9s. They can be very powerful. They go quite slowly, which with the Tech 9s maybe not always necessarily the most advanced strategy. But they've held fire a little bit. Usually when we see these Tech 9s, we like to see the firepower, the overwhelmingness of them. And here we go. They burst onto site, but Jenny and Paulie gonna mow them down there, trying to find something, anything, but it'll be a flawless round for Big EQUIPA. And Guild sent into the next round packing.
And we're getting kind of the same story of Barrage. We get Guild taking the early lead. At one point they were 10. Yeah, they were 10 and 4. 10 and 4, and now it's been 2 in a row from Big EQUIPA. I know it's... And again, I think even in the last map, they Big EQUIPA won 2 rounds, and we were already like, okay, this is getting a bit... maybe something is about to happen. And something is happening right now. Big EQUIPA are about to gain into that momentum, get onto that train, head on into that subway train, and they're booking a ticket to Dallas.
Indeed, they are. Still have to try close this one out, though, and it gets a little bit worrying when Big EQUIPA start building that momentum. Look how much utility they still have available to them. Guild hanging on to a few bits and pieces, but really it's a bit uneven footing here.
I think Guild we're going to try and search for some opening kills, some more opening frags. They've been leading the charge in opening duels right now, and that's quite a large part of their success. But so far in these later rounds from the CTs, if it's an old bigger keeper coming up strong, as again, bigger keeper find the opening kill. So it's a 4v5 for Guild. And they're scratching their heads. They were opting to go towards A, all dependent on that lurk around from D7 over towards long. Anna tries to replace D7's presence, push over towards long. So she's gonna 1v2 on the side. Ooh, nearly gets the first. Juliana survives with just 10 HP, doesn't need the assistance of Jenny R.
Looks like they're already over at this B site as well. Bullets come heading down. KitKat good for one. Pollux as well, but 2v3 in the health is so low here. The timer even lower. No time to get that bomb down, and it will just be another round conceded. 7 on the board for Big EQUIPA. A Guild, I really want to see this early firepower coming out from them again. I want to see them storm a site like we've seen them do so much this series. They're playing it a little bit more passively, and it's just not working out for them because Big EQUIPA, once they get set in these positions and once they get comfortable, they are so difficult to eradicate.
Oh, that's an interesting buy coming up from Guild. So we got 2 hero AKs. 2 hero AKs, so it's just going to be all these AKs now. They're going to be aggressive over towards mid. Deny Juliana that early info, and skeet shooting D7 out of the air. Pollux makes that AK sing, finds the first, but Xana coming in from the backlines for the backstab, finds the first of Anna. Jenny R trying to pick up the pieces. Nobody's here on side, so needs to play around Optimus. And up close, takes down the bomb carrier.
And they just clean up house. Those 2 AKs not finding any of the impact that we'd like to see them have. And that bomb, they ran in with it as well. And whether they knew that was going to be a round that they weren't winning, and they were playing, dare I say, a little fast and loose with their lives and with their scoreline. But that bomb went down in a nigh-on unretrievable situation and location. Now, we did talk about wanting to see the firepower. We see it maybe a little bit less calculated than we would like, but you move, they've got weapons, albeit not necessarily great weapons, but weapons nonetheless, and a little bit of utility to back it up. They're building up that economy in the background. They're setting themselves up for the rest of this map.
Jenny R again with the opening kill, and it puts Guild again back into that 4v5 situation. Pollux just takes a hefty nade damage as well. Boost comes up. Oh, and the sound cue is heard, so the element of surprise is gone.
They still have time to move away, try hit a different site, try weasel their way on. Plenty of time, minute and a bit on the clock. But they've not got much map control at all here. That connector player will just allow them to carefully find some space up towards Banana, but players already rotating on up towards A. Zada, so good with the AWP this half. Maybe not necessarily shown on the scoreline there, but the presence alone being deterrent enough.
Guild are more trying to make a play than rather letting a play happen. And it doesn't work in that sort of situation. If you try to make a play happen, it just gets so crazy in the opening stages. But this play is working out mighty fine. Once again, Costa Curse coming up clutch. It's a 2-on-3, low HP for Pollux and D7. But the molly comes in and denies poorly from pushing through bank.
You were speaking of crazy, and then crazy happened. Bomb down, something they have definitely not been great at recently. But the retake so difficult on D7, so cold, so clinical. Last player coming up via dumpster, and it's going to be a problem because so many eyes spotted. Has to fight on either side. That timer running low, gets the kill on D7, spams away, but that timer not in their favor. Moves forward, taken down by Pollux. They break the round streak momentum, 11 on the board, inching themselves closer and closer to taking a series that at least you and I thought they had no business winning.
I kept talking about how they're trying to make plays happen. It's all about those early stages of the round. Guild lose a player within seconds of the round, and it's just them pushing everywhere, and they were pushing over towards water as well, and just nothing was working there. Then they decide, okay, let's just hold on for a second. Let's just recoup. Let's go A. And the A execute comes in, and it works perfectly with a bit of chaos coming out from D7. And that is the magic.
It is the magic indeed. We need to see them keep this spark alive, however. I like this move from Paulie. I like that little angle for them. Not many people are heading over on that way just yet, though. Taking connect control, something that D7 was so good at holding onto on their CT side. At Xana, going to be a problem for them. This peak is going to have to be swift. And it's not quite swift enough. Xana with one Pollux to trade, however, but on the other side of the map, over there by Playground, the end of Long, Juliana gets the kill to swing it in their favor. Switches over to the AK, and everything quiets down for a second again. Juliana gonna have to be careful, though, because there's a player ready and waiting. It's the AWP of Anna, up close, up personal, in her space. Equalizing kill. The team regroup. And Paulie gonna have to be careful of Connector. Lovely position here. Work their way into the corner. Gonna be very difficult to clear here. Gets the first. Immediately traded by Pollux. 2v2. Kyossa with that utility to try slow them down, to try whittle them away. And that HE whittling away the HP of both of them. Molotov goes to be burning near alive. She's not going to be able to get the smoke out in time. Now it's a 1v2. The bomb is down, but has to try to keep hold of it. Location is known. Taken down. So much time for the defusers to be on true, and that's big with a 9th round and a little bit of team damage to sprinkle on top.
Nia going in with the reverse Olaf, but instead of defusing, she's planting in the Molotov.
If she just jumped out the way, the likelihood is she would have lived as well. That's the devastating part. But unfortunately, tries to pull the smoke out. There's just not the time. There's a fun fact. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's something that I've heard a couple of people say, and I need to check. But I've heard a couple of people say that one of Olaf's teammates did in fact have a smoke to throw on that bomb, and just chose not to. I don't know how true that is. You'd have to go back and look at the demo.
I think it was a bit, because that was within the final few seconds of the molly. I mean, the final few seconds of the bomb, so it would have been pointless anyway.
Would have been pointless anyway, but
through the smoke. I don't know, but possibly there is, but we haven't finished this map yet.
True.
But VP take the series 2-0, get in the final map 13-8 against One Wing Gang.
13-8.
So it was a 13-9 and 13-8. Nice.
That was a good fight there, definitely. That's good to see.
Yeah.
This does mean that the South American teams playing tonight will be getting themselves ready and warming up nicely. But here on Overpass, Jenny R with the opening pick. They've been so good at getting these opening kills. But immediate trades back. 3v3 now to make that a 2v3. So much still to do, and the nades raining down. The H-E's been whittling them away. Pollux does manage to get the bomb down this time, and Anna manages to get the kill, and teammate traded out, however. 100 HP to do it, 2 players to do it against. Gets the first, has to get the kill on the defuser. Spam, has to be careful, we're going to peek around the side, tries to adjust the aim, isn't going to be able to. And that's going to be the defuse coming on out. The economy of Guild looking miserable as well. Maybe not miserable, that's maybe not the right word for it, but it's still not looking where they'd like it to be. And Guild close up the gap once again, and there's still a chance that they take this in regulation.
Potentially, Big Keeper coming in with a comeback, and here's the tactical timer coming in for Guild. So that round, I'm very, very impressed by Guild in their mid-round. They lose their opening duel. I think they lose a second player, so it's a 3-on-5 potentially. And then there we go, 3-on-5, and then it's just absolute chaos with Anna, Pollux, everybody D7, all combining for frags and actually getting that bomb down. It just comes down to the 1v1, and Giuliano knows she's got a lot of time to play with on the bomb, and Anna's going to get a bit trigger happy, so starts spraying to the smoke and just walks on by to the next to the smoke and just say, "Oh, hello, Anna. Are you out of ammo? Well, I've still got bullets in my AK." Kablam! Then goes in for
Kabam.
3 Ps.
Indeed. But I just want to say Jenny R on these opening kills. Jenny R has been stellar. Getting opening picks left, right, and center that they've been able to, even when the trades have immediately come through, getting the opening kill puts you in that advantage, puts you in that favor. And maybe we see that happening again. We're going to need to see D7 step up. We talked about her stats for entries at the beginning of the series and how maybe they were struggling a little bit whilst she was IGLing over on Bigger Keeper herself. We will need to see them step up, however.
Ooh.
Lovely nade damage.
That's a nice nade stack coming in from water. Goes all the way to monster, because normally you get like just throw a nade through into monster, but the double setup comes in clutch. Poorly finds one, but Nia and Anna take them all down. Monster closed.
That was crazy how they wrapped around to try find the player in the smoke, and a little bit of team damage in there as well. A couple of bullets tickling, but making sure that kill came through. And that will be a difficult retake. A couple of these players looking a little bit squishier, but also health still really good. And the money not good for Big. They will probably just want to keep hold of these weapons and go for the final round. Go for overtime again.
OT pass.
OT pass?
OT pass. OT pass. OT pass.
Poor Productions just like, oh, not a second overtime already. We're only on region number 1 of the day.
Well, actually,
North America always goes to like 3 maps and overtimes as well.
Yeah. There's something about North America and overtimes. They just love it.
How late were you up last night, Nick? What time did you actually get to sleep?
We finished up at about 5:30 for me. Then I got into bed and then woke up.
Can I get an F in chat for Newt's sleep schedule, please?
Yeah. Woke up
Can we pay some respect
2.5 hours
for the
later, went to work. It was lovely.
How long were you at work for?
Until 5:30 this afternoon.
Holy moly.
Yeah, holy moly. Holy
You're on
moly.
2 hours of sleep and you're casting 2 regions tonight, mister.
Oh yeah, but this gives me so much
Blimey.
energy, so much hype.
Oh, that's
I was
good,
feeling
because
all
it's good
down this whole day. Yeah,
Well,
it's exciting, these close matches.
enough of the bad vibes. Good vibes only here, Newt. You and I, we've got the energy to keep this going. Potentially 1 round more, potentially 2 overtime and a 3rd map if we see it. This opening pick going to be so important, and there's not a whole deal of weaponry and utility available. Nia going to be so crucial here. Gets the opening pick as well. This could be the beginning of the end, and that's the 2nd kill for Nia. Goes charging on forwards. The flashbang's so perfect, but it pulls up the pistol. Kyossa's going to get 1, but it's just Giuliano left to defend this map, this series, this round. It's all on her. The Molotov, the sound cue's heard. The bomb goes down. She's backed into a corner, mollied out, mollied back, naded to Kingdom Come as they close in around her, the flames dancing at her feet, and that is the sound of the series calling. Giuliano peeking on round spots 1, peaked by 3, and that is the map, that is the series. Guild take down Big EQUIPA in what is an absolutely stellar display.
What a series. First map looked like it was just going to be clean and cutthroat. Guild taking it to overtime.